Welcome back to TSAT educational channel. In the previous class we discussed about chemical reactions, basic chemical reactions, how to write the reaction, the reactants, products, all those things we discussed in the previous session. Now today in the second session let us see how the questions will be asked for any competitive examinations, especially for TSRJC entrance like that. The problem solvation, let us see. So, in this chapter mostly the questions will be asked basing on balancing of a chemical equation. A skeletal equation will be given. What is skeletal equation? These red color letters are treated as coefficients. Without coefficients, equation will be given, that is called skeletal equation. In examination you will get skeletal equation most probably. In some big equations, complicated equations, some of the coefficients will be given. The remaining coefficients we have to solve and we have to answer accordingly. So, coefficients are the number in front of a chemical formula. So, whatever the formula we are writing, this is a hydrogen molecule. So, hydrogen molecular formula. The number written in front of this hydrogen molecule is called coefficient. Subscript, that means number of atoms present in that molecule. We are not supposed to change the subscript part in any equation. At any time in any problem solving, you should not change the subscript part. Only coefficients we have to change and we have to balance the equation. Why do we balance the chemical equation? Already we discussed in the first session. The law of conservation of mass, according to that law of conservation of mass, mass neither be created nor destroyed during the chemical reaction. So, in the left hand side, what are the reactants given? The total mass of reactants, that means the number of atoms present in the reactants part should be equated to the number of atoms present in the products part. So, there are two hydrogen atoms here. In products also H2 is given. So, hydrogen atoms are balanced, but see here oxygen is given O2. So, two atoms of oxygen are present in reactants, but in the products part only one atom is there. So, to balance this equation we have to change the coefficient part. So, if we put 2 here, 2 into 2, 2 multiple of 2, 4 atoms of hydrogen, here also 4 atoms of hydrogen. Similarly, here right hand side in products part 2 into O, 2 atoms of oxygen. So, it is balanced. So, the skeletal equation should be balanced in such a manner. Another example is given here. Copper reacts with silver nitrate to give copper nitrate and silver as a precipitation. This solid means precipitate. So, in the question what is the precipitate in the chemical equation, that also may be asked. If this equation is given and the question is framed in such a way, what is the precipitate in the above equation, we have to write Ag, silver. To balance the skeletal equation we have to put 2 here, 2 Ag atoms and here also 2 Ag atoms. The remaining atoms are already equated, they are not changed. See NO3, if you take NO3 as a unit, in the left hand side and right hand side the same unit is mentioned. So, NO2 should be taken as one unit during balancing the equation. During the balancing of equation, to balance chemical equation you add coefficients to the substances so that the reactants and product side of the equation contain equal number and type of atoms. Coefficients are added so that the equation follows the law of conservation of mass. See, this is the law of conservation of mass. On either side, the masses should be balanced. Now, rules, some of the rules in balancing the equation. Balance hydrogen and oxygen at the last in a chemical equation. While balancing the skeletal equation, we have to give top priority to other than hydrogen and oxygen atoms. Count polyatomic. What is polyatomic? Polyatomic means 2, 3, biatomic, triatomic, tetraatomic, such things. Polyatomic ions as a single unit if it appears unchanged on both sides of the equation. Just I discussed it in the first slide. Now, here in this equation, methane CH4 combusts in presence of oxygen to form carbon dioxide and water molecules. So, 2 oxygen molecules or 4 oxygen atoms are required for the complete combustion of methane given in this equation. Now, some other examples. Hydrogen combines with oxygen to form water molecules. So, this is the solution for that equation. In the questions, this skeletal equation will be given. You are supposed to write the coefficients. Silver nitrate, hydrogen sulfide. Silver nitrate reacts with hydrogen sulfide gas to give silver sulfide as a precipitate, yellowish precipitate, and nitric acid is the other product. In this, while balancing 2AgNO3 plus H2S, here you need not mention anything, coefficient is 1. Nothing is given in front of a molecule, it should be treated as 1. So, 1Ag2S, you need not pronounce 1Ag2S, Ag2, simply Ag2S. 2AgNO3 plus H2S gives Ag2S plus 2HNO3, like that. Next, the other equation. 3 molecules of zinc hydroxide reacts with 2 molecules of phosphoric acid to give 1 molecule of zinc phosphate and 6 molecules of water. Here, this is a little bit complicated. Let us discuss this one. According to the first rule, we have to give less priority to hydrogen and oxygen. So, here zinc is there. First, let us balance the zinc. In the left hand side, only 1 zinc atom is present. In the other side, in products, Zn3 is given. So, we cannot change this subscript part as we discussed earlier. So, 3, simply put 3 here, then 3 into Zn, 3 atoms of Zn, then this OH twice, 2 into O into 3. So, 3 into 2O, that means 6 oxygens. Here 8 oxygens are there, 6 plus 8, 14. So, 14 oxygens we have to get on the right hand side. See here, 2 into 4, 8 oxygens plus 6. So, oxygens are balanced. Then hydrogen, 3 into 2 into hydrogen. So, 6 hydrogen atoms plus 2 into 3 hydrogen atoms, that means 6. So, totally here also the 12, it is balanced. Some more examples are here. Iron chloride plus sodium hydroxide. Iron chloride reacts with sodium hydroxide to give ferric hydroxide and sodium chloride salt. In this equation, first balance the sodium atoms. 3 sodium atoms on the right hand side. If we put 3 here, it will be balanced. Next, carbon carbon disulfide reacts with chlorine gas to give carbon tetrachloride and S2Cl2. CH2 carbon disulfide reacts with 3 molecules of chlorine to give 1 carbon tetrachloride molecule and 1 S2Cl2 molecule. In some reactions, less number of coefficients will be needed. We need not put all the coefficients together. Just by trial and error method, we have to solve such problems. It is another example. See, all the 4 coefficients are mandatory here. C2H6, it is a gas, combusts with oxygen to give carbon dioxide and water. Okay. So, during this reaction, we have to balance carbons first, then hydrogens or oxygens, lastly the third one. Only 3 varieties of atoms are present here. So, let us try to balance carbon atoms. Here C2. Here in right hand side, in products part, only 1 carbon is there. So, if we put 2 here, it will be balanced. After first trial, put 2 here in front of carbon dioxide and in front of ethane, let it be 1. Now, balance hydrogens. Here 6 hydrogen atoms are present in reactants and 2 are there. If we put 3, what happens? It will be balanced. Here 1 into 6, here 3 into 2 into H, 6 atoms. Then oxygen we have to balance. So, we cannot balance this oxygen part with the first attempt. So, we have to change the number of oxygens. In such cases, we have to simply multiply with 2 or 3 with even number or odd number. Now, consider 2 here in front of ethane, 2 molecules of ethane, that means 4 carbon atoms, write 4 here. So, in the second attempt, we are writing 2 and 4. Then hydrogen, hydrogen is balanced 12, 6 into 2, 12. Then oxygen, now oxygen will be comfortably balanced. Why this is so much complicated? Because here oxygens are in even number. You see here oxygen is in even number. Here 2 plus 1, it is odd number. So, to balance the even with odd, we have to change both into evens or both into odds. Generally, evens, converting into evens will be little bit easy. We will try to convert into even part. So, here 3 oxygen atoms are present. Let us consider it as a even number 6, then it will be easy to balance. If you take 7 oxygen molecules, that means 14 oxygen atoms, 14 is a even number. Now, this is already converted into even, 1 is converted into a even number. So, in such complicated reactions, we have to enact fastly. In the examination, you will have only 1 minute time. Right. Now, skeletal equation, how to write the skeletal equation and how to balance the remaining equations. Let us see. Copper sulphide, a solid state, and oxygen. Copper sulphide reacts with oxygen to give copper sulphide and sulfur dioxide. Heating of solid copper sulphide, copper 2 means cuprous sulphide. in the presence of oxygen gas produces pure copper and sulfur dioxide. Here delta represents heat. So, in examinations you will be given the reactants Fe and Cl2. You are supposed to write the answer, the product. Product options will be given, 4 options. You have to select the right appropriate option. Here it is a variety of chemical synthesis, decomposition reaction. Aluminum tricarbonate dissociates into aluminum oxide and carbon dioxide. So, in this decomposition reaction, there are 2 products. One product will be given in an exam and the other product you have to select from the given options. Here magnesium and silver nitrate, you will get silver as precipitation and magnesium nitrate in aqua solution you will get salt solution. So, to balance those equations, so this is second variety. In the first variety you will be asked the products, what are the products. In other variety you may be asked to balance the equations. In the first equation, 2 sulfur dioxide molecules, 1 oxygen molecule form sulfur trioxide, 2 sulfur trioxide molecules. In the second equation, Fe2O3 and H2. Here nothing is mentioned means it is considered as 1 Fe2O3 molecule and 1 hydrogen molecule gives 2 atoms of this is Fe. So, it is atom, 2 iron atoms and 1 hydrogen monoxide or water molecule. In the other equation, 4 phosphorus atoms reacts with 5 molecules of oxygen. It is also a combustion reaction. You will get triphosphoric acid. Phosphorus pentoxide is 2 into P2O5. Next, aluminum reacts with nitrogen to form aluminum nitride. Now, another concept to ask the questions are types of chemical reactions. We have generally segregate different varieties of chemical reactions in the surroundings into 5 major types. The chemical composition or synthesis reaction, decomposition reaction or dissociate reaction, single displacement reactions, double displacement reactions and combustion reactions. Let us discuss all the varieties one after one. This is synthesis or combination reaction, chemical combination we call. Synthesis means to combine together. So, A is a compound or an element, atom or molecule combines with another atom or molecule to form a single molecule. On the right hand side always you will get a molecule during a synthesis reaction. In decomposition it is reversal of synthesis reactions. That does not mean all decomposition reactions are reversible to all synthesis reactions. Some synthesis reactions, some chemical combination reactions may be reversible. For example, water, hydrogen plus oxygen gives water molecule. Water on electrolysis it will dissociate into hydrogen and oxygen. In such cases it will happen. For example, if you consider carbon and oxygen, the combustion of carbon, you will not get back carbon and oxygen from carbon dioxide. It is not a irreversible. Okay. Now, let us see the third type. It is displacement reaction. Why it is called displacement? One of the part of this molecule, AB is considered as a molecule, one part may be A or B, that is displaced from the molecule. Who are displacing it? The C, another atom or another molecule that is displacing one part of the molecule. So, C displaces B, B is separated and C replaced B and combined with A. This is called single displacement. And here double decomposition or double displacement. Generally, in aqua region, the solutions, different varieties of solutions interchange the ions. The ions, during the interchange of ions, we will get different salt solutions. Let us see with different examples. So, these are the synthesis reactions. A plus B gives AB. Magnesium burns in presence of oxygen. When you burn the magnesium ribbon in laboratory or in classroom, you will get ash, white color ash, magnesium oxide. The question will be asked like this also. What will be the color of the product you find when you burn magnesium ribbon in your classroom? That will be given magnesium oxide, calcium oxide or magnesium dioxide, like that, magnesium nitride. You have to select the appropriate one. Calcium and sulfur, calcium sulfide. And in another example, magnesium reacts with nitrogen, one molecule of nitrogen, we will get magnesium nitride. Okay. Now, if the question is given like that, Cu plus S, follow the hint, copper, it is a 1. What will be the product here? Copper sulfide. And balancing also, 2 copper atoms combine with 1 sulfur atom to give 1 molecule of cuprous sulfide. Next, barium burns in presence of oxygen to give beryllium oxide. Iron reacts with sulfur to form iron sulfide. Now, decomposition, some examples for decomposition reaction. From any part of this equation, you will be getting questions in your examination. Maybe balancing, or maybe the reactants, or maybe the products. If the reactants are given, product you have to select from the answers. Now, water will be dissociated into hydrogen and oxygen. Hydrogen iodide. Hydrogen iodide dissociates into hydrogen and iodine. Ammonia will be dissociate or decompose. Decompose, it is a decomposition reaction. Now, examples for displacement, single displacement reactions. AB, a combination, and C may be a molecule or atom. C need not be always it is an atom, or it should be a molecule, either may be. AB reacts with carbon to give AB molecule reacts with C, C will replace B. So, you will get A plus BC. In other way, this may be happen, AC plus B, that also is possible. Zinc and copper nitrate react together to give copper. So, nitrate is the replacement, zinc has taken nitrate. So, nitrate is replaced by whom? Zinc. So, zinc replaced nitrate from copper nitrate. See, bromine reacts with sodium iodide to give sodium bromide and iodine gas. Iron reacts with lead nitrate. So, iron reacted with lead nitrate to form iron nitrate and lead. Lead will be precipitated here. So, lead is replaced. Lead is replaced by iron, but iron actually replaced nitrate. Nitrate has taken by iron. So, iron nitrate is formed in this equation. Lead remained as is. Zinc replaces sulphate. Zinc sulphide and hydrogen gas remained. So, gas will be evolved during this equation. When metals react with acids, what happens? All the metals generally liberate hydrogen abundantly. It is a simple reaction. If you take zinc granules and dilute sulfuric acid, you will get hydrogen. Is hydrogen replaced? But actually, sulphate ions are taken by zinc. Let us go to the next slide. So, double decomposition, double displacement reactions. Generally, double displacement reactions will be among the salt solutions. So, ions will be exchanged from one part to other part. Sodium cyanide, sulfuric acid, hydrogen cyanide and sodium sulphate. So, cyanide part, this is replaced and sulphate ion also replaced. So, both are replaced from their parent molecule. So, two displacements have taken place in this equation. It is called double displacement. Now, calcium bromide plus silver nitrate, you will get silver bromide. Br2, that is replaced. Actually, Br2 is not replaced. During the balancing the chemical equation, we change the coefficients accordingly to balance this equation. So, Br2 converted into Br here. We should not think in that way. Calcium bromide is a molecular formula, silver bromide is another molecular formula. In silver bromide, AgBr, it is because of the valency numbers. Valency number is a separate part. When we discuss about valency number, let us talk about that. So, calcium bromide reacts with silver nitrate to form silver bromide and calcium nitrate. Nitrate and bromide, they are interchanged. Silver exchanged nitrate by bromine, calcium exchanged bromine with nitrate. Here, sulphide part, iron exchanged sulphate ions with chlorine. So, FeS, it converted into FeCl2, iron chloride. Hydrochloric acid, that converted into H2S gas. Sodium hydroxide. When sodium hydroxide is added to iron nitrate, the nitrate is replaced by hydroxyl ion, OH ion here. OH comes to iron and nitrate goes to sodium. So, both are interchanged. Now, let us see in a simple way, one person, another person. They both of them got friendship, let us say. So, a person A made a relation or a friendship with B, AB. This both the persons became a single unit. One single unit that dissociates into two persons like that. This if we consider this is a molecule, this is another atom or molecule. So, how the replacement has taken? It is a displacement, single displacement. Here it is double displacement, red and black. Okay. Now, let us view some combustion reactions. Most of the combustion reactions occur in hydrocarbons, methane, ethane, propylene. Such gases combust to form carbon dioxide and water. The products will be same in hydrocarbon combustion reactions. Some complicated reactions, it will take little bit more time to balance such equations. The shortcut way is to maintain even or odd numbers on both the sides. In reactants and in products, we have to maintain the same, then it will be easy. Here the products may be asked, or balancing may be asked, or what type of this reaction, that question may be asked. Whenever you see hydrocarbon along with oxygen, it should be a combustion reaction. See, almost all hydrocarbons form same molecules in the products, carbon dioxide and water. It is common always. So, if you practice with these equations twice, thrice at your home as a homework, you will understand, and very fastly you can manage in the examination hall. What are the 5 types of chemical reactions? That recapitulates 5: combustion reaction, double displacement reaction, single displacement reaction, dissociation, and association or synthesis reaction or combination reaction. So, we have to classify this. A question will be asked like this. Classify all the 4 into different varieties of different types of chemical reactions. In the options you will get A will be associated reaction or displacement reaction, then it will be wrong. What is A? A is a combustion reaction. So, you have to match the appropriate term. If A is matched with combustion reaction, it will be right. Then B is dissociation reaction, decomposition reaction. Then third one, association or synthesis reaction, combination reaction. Here next one, displacement reaction. So, in the same format the answer should be matched. Another variety, double decomposition reaction. Just I want to tell you how many varieties of questions will be asked basing on same chemical equation. That is why I am displaying in a different ways. So, reaction in aqueous solutions, it is nothing but a double decomposition reaction. In aqueous solution, the ions will be dissociate in presence of water. All the salts, not all the salts, ionic salts will dissociate into ions. Those are called aqueous ions. Sodium chloride will dissociate into sodium and chloride ion. Magnesium bromide dissociate into magnesium and bromine ion. Aluminum trioxide, aluminum ions and oxide ions. Lithium nitrate, lithium ions and nitrate ions. Potassium and carbonate, strontium and nitrate. These are aqueous solutions. In aqueous solution, all the salts will dissociate or separated into ions. Then ions will participate in the reactions. So, some rules to complete the ionic equations. First, we have to balance the any type of reaction it is, you have to balance it. Otherwise, the chemical process will not obey the law of conservation of mass. So, basing of law of conservation of mass during any chemical process, that should be balanced. Then separate all aqueous substances, that means ions, aqueous ions. In the previous slide we have seen this aqueous ions. Leave any non-aqueous substances as is. They are called precipitations. So, whatever the non-ionic part remained in the solution, that will be precipitated. It is a equation. Silver nitrate reacts with sodium chloride, both are ionic salts. Silver nitrate converts into silver chloride. A double displacement reaction has taken place, but ions are interchanged. So, ions interchange has taken place here. So, silver reacted with sodium positive ions. So, this Ag plus, it is called cation, sodium cation and nitrate anion. Cations react with cations, anion and cation combines together. So, how to identify which part will be added to the other? For example, it is a dissociate, the double decomposition reaction, let us consider. According to our earlier discussion, silver may combine with sodium, silver sodium one molecule and nitrate chlorine another molecule. Will it happen during the reaction? In ionic reactions, very clearly we can understand the anions combines with cations, anion and cation. If we segregate the ions into positive charge, negative charge, then it will be easy to identify the product. So, from reactants we can predict what products will be formed. Here iron chloride. Iron is a metal, so it is a cation, positive charge, chlorine negative, and potassium K plus, OH hydroxyl ion minus, OH minus. So, Fe plus always attracts hydroxyl ion, not the potassium. Now, balance the equation. Write the products after observing the reactants, predict the products, then balance the equation. This is another variety of equation. Sodium hydroxide reacts with iron nitrate solution. It is aqua, means it is a solution. Iron nitrate salt is dissolved in water. We have to understand in such a way. Iron hydroxide and sodium nitrate. So, you need not by heart all the equations. In the question papers, you may not see the same type of chemical equations time to time. Whatever the variety of chemical equation given, do not worry about the given equation, just segregate them into the ions or according to the question, whether we have to balance the equation, we have to predict the product, or the anion part is asked or cation part is asked. In the stem of the question, you read thoroughly, once twice you read and try to understand the question, then according to that question you can make it convenient to select the appropriate answer within seconds. Now, let us go to another part, how to measure. A measurement. What is measurement? If you want to measure the length, breadth or weight, we use some terms, centimeters, kilometers, grams, kilograms, liter, milliliter, like that. In chemistry, we deal with a tremendous number, huge numbers of atoms. In 1 gram of any substance, number of atoms will be present or tremendous number of molecules will be present. So, to count that big numbers, we adopted a term called mole. We measure volume, we count pieces, 1 piece, 2 piece, 10 pence, 5 coins, like that. We measure grams, kilograms, liters, like that. In the same way, we measure the atoms or molecules by means of moles. Mole is a number. If you put this unit liter, 10 liters, 10 grams, 10 pieces, 10 pens, 10 pencils, like that, 1 mole, 2 moles, 5 moles, 5 moles of atoms, 10 moles of molecules, 10 moles of ions, like that. We, for modern system, carbon 12, that is a stable carbon atom. Yesterday we discussed isotopes. Stable carbon atom is taken as a standard. So, carbon 12 assumed to be 12, what is this? Atomic mass unit. In the first session we discussed that. 1 atomic mass unit means 1 by 12th part. This is nothing but hydrogen. 1 by 12th part of the substance. Say 6.02 into 10 to the power of 23. This term, the entire term, how big it is? If you pile up a mole number of 1 rupee coins on the earth, the piled up coins will touch moon. The tremendous number, a big huge number, 6.02 into 10 to the power of 23. That means if you put 23 zeros after this 6, you will get a big number. You can say the mole as mole gram, molar gram or mole grams. Mass, 1 hydrogen, 1 molar mass of hydrogen atoms. By comparing the masses of each atom with the mass of carbon 12, atomic mass of other atoms can be easily calculated by means of relative atomic masses. Relative atomic masses. Relative atomic mass easily calculated by mass spectrometer. It is an instrument. So, question may be asked like that. What instrument is used to measure relative atomic mass with the help of mass spectrometer? Oxygen. This one actually it should be in the subscript part. 16O1. Oxygen, the mass number of oxygen is 16 atomic mass units. 40 atomic mass units or 40 grams, 1 hydrogen mass. Now, let us try to define mole in a different way. Mole is defined as the number of carbon atoms in exactly 12 grams of carbon 12. We have to consider carbon 12 only. So, we should not consider the carbon isotopes. 1 mole of carbon, that means 12 grams of carbon, contains exactly 6.02 into 10 to the power of 23 particles. Here particles means it is carbon. Carbon is an element, so it consists of unique atoms, identical atoms. So, in place of particles you can say atom. Treat it like a very large dozen. Dozen is a number, dozen. 12. Instead of 12, generally we ask 1 dozen apples, 1 dozen banana, like that. So, it is a big number of much more big number compared to dozen. So, 6.02 into 10 to the power of 23 is Avogadro number. Now, what a molecule or Avogadro number represent? Let us see. For molecular compound, it is a molecule. For an ionic compound, it is a formula unit. For an element, it is an atom. Units of measurement used with equations. We use a mole concept to bring together the concept of counting numbers and atomic weights of elements. The mole is divided from the following information. Atomic weights are an average of the relative masses of all the isotopes of the given element. If there are 3 varieties of isotopes in an element, in the first session we discussed hydrogen. Hydrogen is having 3 varieties of isotopes, H1, H2, H3, like that. So, average we have to take. The number of carbon 12 atoms in exactly 12 grams of carbon is an Avogadro number. An amount of a substance that contains Avogadro number of atoms, ions, molecules, or any other chemical unit, it is called a mole. So, mole is a measuring unit for anything, maybe atoms or ions or molecules, like that. A mole of carbon 12 atom is defined as having a mass of 12 grams, a mass that is equal to its atomic weight. See, 1 mole carbon, 1 mole water, 1 mole water molecules, Avogadro number of molecules. Do not get confused here, only C, it is atom, so symbol we are considering, atomic symbol. Here the molecular formula. Whatever is given here, maybe a formula or atom, molecule, ion, the number will be same, the measurement will be in the same fashion. So, we measure like this. The mole concept for element A, element B, like that, compounds, molecular substances. A mole contains 6.02 into 10 to the power of 23 particles. I hope you got the concept of mole. Now, let us discuss what type of questions will be given on this concept, how the questions will be asked in the question paper. Atoms comes in different sizes and masses irrespective of their size and mass. Only we measure the count, number. A mole of atoms of one type would have a different mass than a mole of atoms of another type. The size may be different, but when we are considering mole concept, all irrespective of shape, irrespective of mass, we have to adapt the mole system to such things. Now, masses of atoms and molecules. Atomic mass. The atomic mass is the average relative mass of an atom in the element. It is arbitrary mass unit relative to one type, the total mass for all atoms in a compound. Now, let us brief what is molar mass. Mass of one unit, use U, atomic mass unit. Atomic mass of a substance expressed in grams in the molar mass. Now, let us discuss what is gram atomic mass. 12 grams of carbon has the same number of pieces as 1.008 grams of hydrogen. Actually we consider the atomic mass of hydrogen as 1 unit. The average, there are isotopes, so the average mass will become 1.008. If we consider iron atomic mass is 56 units, we that 55.85 is the average mass. We can write this as 12.01 grams of carbon, that is average mass of all isotopes of carbon, 1 mole. See, the sums will be given like this. Calculate the number of moles of potassium in 1.25 into 10 to the power of 21 atoms. The number of atoms are given. How many moles we have to? 1 mole means 6.02 into 10 to the power of 23 atoms. So 1.25 into 10 to the power of 21 makes how much? So we get a fraction like this. If you simplify these fractions, you will get this answer. So in the examination you will get this question. You have to solve in this way. What is the mass of mass in grams of 2.01 into 10 to the power of 22 atoms of sulfur? Sulfur is given. Number of sulfur atoms are given. We have to calculate the gram molar mass. In 1 mole sulfur, we know Avogadro number of atoms will be present. So in this number of atoms, how much part of how many grams of sulfur will be present? So make a fraction. 2.01 into 10 to the power of 22 atoms, this one, by Avogadro number or 1 mole number. In 1 mole of sulfur, we will get this number of atoms. So 1 mole by 6.02 into 10 to the power 23 sulfur. So we get the result 1.07 grams of sulfur. So if atoms are given, we can calculate the gram mass. If mass is given, we can calculate the atoms. In water molecules, there are 2 moles of hydrogen atoms and 1 mole of oxygen atom. To find the mass of 1 mole of a compound determined in the moles of the element they have, find out how much they would weigh. 1 mole 18 atomic mass units, H2O, 2 into 1 plus 1 into 16. Atomic mass of oxygen is 16, atomic mass of hydrogen is 1. So 2 into 1 plus 16, that comes around 18. So 18 grams are atomic mass units of water. That means 1 mole of water consists of Avogadro number of molecules. That means Avogadro number of molecules, whatever the molecule may be carbon dioxide molecule or water molecule, carbon disulfide molecule, any complicated big molecule, one molecule definitely contains Avogadro number of atoms. That molecular mass will differ. If you consider sodium hydroxide, Na 23 plus hydrogen 1 plus 16 oxygen. So 16 plus 1 plus 23. We have to calculate the molar mass in such a way. The mass of 1 mole of ionic compound calculated in the same way. So gram formula mass of iron oxide, 2 moles of iron 55.85, 2 into iron and 3 into oxygen. We will get the molar mass as 159.7. This is gram molar mass. Molar mass of the substances. In the question paper, you will get some questions to calculate the molar masses. What is the molar mass of methane? Methane will be given or molecular formula will be given. If the molecular formula is given CH4, you can identify number of atoms. If it is given as a word methane, calculate the molar mass of methane molecule. Then you have to remember the formula, then you have to predict how many atoms are there, what type of atoms are there, consider all the atoms and calculate accordingly, right. So, with this almost we completed the varieties of questions given from this chapter.